to another ASMR Let's Play. Tonight we are playing the Prologue for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I do believe that is a mouthful, but I do also believe that this game will be cemented as one of the best games of 2025. It is currently in the running for Game of the Year, and we're almost halfway through the year. Basically, when GTA 6 was revealed to be delayed to 2026, that's when people started talking about Expedition 33 actually having a really good chance to becoming Game of the Year for 2025. And because of all of these talks, there's so much that I have learned about this game that make it way more impressive. I've sunk about 20 hours into my playthrough, and I haven't finished it yet, so I can't really give a expert, final opinion on the game until I have finished it, but I do think it's a really, really, really good game, and I do want to make this video because I do believe it will be in a lot of talks at the end of the year. I don't think it's perfect by any means, but I do really, really, really think it's good. I think it's, I really like it. Again, we are only going to be playing the intro. I forgot how long the prologue is, but I do remember it being, fairly hefty, and I think it's also very produced very well. So I'm very excited for that. That is my playthrough right there. It says 19 hours and 50 seconds, 50 minutes and 41 seconds. I'm probably gonna have to blur the top bit, because that kind of includes spoilers. So you get a lot of save slots. I just realized that. Anyway, let's get into Clair Obscur Expedition 33. We're just gonna keep everything pretty basic. I think just normal mode is fine. I'm only gonna be doing the prologue for this save, and I do believe I have this expeditioner, like normal mode, for my playthrough, my personal playthrough. So we're just gonna keep it as is, and we're gonna get right into it. We are going to be keeping this spoiler free as well. I feel like I also need to mention that. And yeah, this game is called Expedition 33, and I also heard online that the team of people that made this was totaled to 33. So only 33 people, comprised of industry veterans, worked on this, and I do think that's very impressive. This game is also on Game Pass, so that is definitely a dub for Xbox. The main character, his name is Gustav. That's him right there. He is played by Charlie Cox, who, if you're not familiar, for those who are not familiar rather, he plays Daredevil. And I was actually pretty surprised because he is British. Charlie Cox is, so this is his more natural voice. And that, Mael, is voiced by the same voice actress who plays Shadowheart in Baldur's Gate 3, which I immediately thought I knew who that was when she spoke, but I couldn't put my finger on it, and that upset me so bad because I should have known. Oh, they're doing the rock throwing thing. Wow, that's kind of like a motif in the story. Again, I'm gonna keep this spoiler free, and that necessarily isn't really a spoiler. But that's right. There's a lot of lore that you don't even kind of learn in this prologue. There's a bit more to it, I believe, but you get a lot of the essentials in this prologue. In this moment, we're talking about a girl named, I think, Sophie. I think her name was Sophie. And she has her gommage today. And this is a girl that we used to date. Sorry, Gustav used to date. But they broke up. But today is her gommage. And so we need to get her a flower. Because that is what people going through their gommage receive. Let's pick that up. A flower for Sophie. Take it. I wonder what would happen if we didn't take it. Because, spoiler alert, we do end up giving the flower to her. So, very interested to know what that's all about.
Alright, let's go.
Let's do it. So Mael is like, 15, I think she's 16. And she's like Gustav's sister slash daughter, for, you know, reasons that will be explained very soon. You know, the world, I mean, you can already see the world is very messed up, so their situation makes a lot more sense in that case. Anyway, we got little grapple areas. I will say one of my very, very few critiques is, you know, at some points, especially in like the mini games and side sections, I would say the game tries to pass itself off as a platformer, and I'm not talking about like this specifically. I'm talking about like other like optional things, and that gets a little shaky. But otherwise, there are many, many other things. For one thing that I don't like about this game, there's probably about 9 things that I love about this game. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna cut it out, but my toilet started making sounds because it just likes to do that. But Mael also mentioned that Sophie was turning 33 today, or something like that, and that's pretty important.
I know what you need. A little jewel.
And Gustav is down. Something about this occasion is got him pretty down.
I can't go and see Sophie all somber and tense.
That is right. This situation is quite somber,
And
but we don't know why yet.
I'll give you something you can use with your Lumina converter.
Alright.
You're on.
Yes.
Do you wish to go through the battle tutorial during your duel? No. I don't think that's necessary. Because I already know how this works. And I know Gustav's kit quite well. We are going against Mael, which I love using Mael's kit. I wish I could explain like all the skills she has, and that's crazy. We only have 2 abilities. So for those who are familiar, this plays a lot like Persona, like it's pretty, like pretty much Persona, and I say that because that's the kind of the only other thing of this caliber that I've played. However, the main difference between the gameplay, hold on, let me lock in. Okay, I missed that. Is that you can dodge and parry in this game. So basically think of Persona, but every attack that the enemy makes is telegraphed, and you are expected to try, at the very least, to dodge. So I'm gonna try here. Okay. Wow. Okay. I got hit by all of those. That was unfortunate. Let's wrap this up. Actually, let's do one more attack so we can charge up our overcharge attack. Okay, I dodged that. That is good. So we build overcharge, which I believe also increases our damage dealt. But the only reason you would want to, the real reason you would want to build overcharge is so that you can use the overcharge ability, which once it's at 10 and maximum, you get to do a ton of damage. And the animations are really good as well. I love it.
You won. Now, don't you feel better?
I do feel very embarrassed that I missed all of those dodges, though. Thank you for the Lumina, the color of Lumina.
I saw her near the red and white tree.
Got it. And we're off to the red and white tree.
Weather is lively. Why people like to celebrate the gommage is still a mystery to me.
So Mael doesn't approve of celebrating the gommage.
The red and white tree.
That's important.
Always found it beautiful. Don't really understand,
There's the tree down there. So we are very close.
but clearly you never got over her.
I guess not.
Until today to say something. It's a bit late, isn't it?
She's saying it's a bit late to say something, isn't it? And Gustav stays silent.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck.
Thank you,
I'm
Mael.
here for you if things don't go as planned.
Got it. Let's do it. And yeah, I wish I could show off everybody's, like, kit and tactics. So cool. So cool, the synergy you can build. I do also really like the cutscenes. Again, the production value is just really high. I don't think their bag is. I think they put more effort into just kind of character acting. But yes, this is Sophie. I do really like both of their designs. She's got a flower necklace. And honestly, he puts this on her. And it's a giant rose. It's massive. Oh, there it is. That definitely got smaller. Another thing to note, besides how beautiful these cutscenes look, is the music. I think I heard that there was like 40 hours worth of music and score. I could be wrong about that, but they have a lot of score and music that they made for this. So Gustav is, well, going on the Expedition 33. And we will see what that means. We see she as the enemy. He's referencing the paintress. Of which we will find out more about in a moment. Let's do it. It's going to be quite a long walk, I'll be honest. There's some characters in this intro that we, like, very briefly touch on, that are, like, so important to the rest of the story, which is crazy. So I can switch between Sophie and Gustav now. That's how that works. Got some chroma, which is kind of like a currency. It's like the main currency. So many flowers left. I guess there are not enough people to wear them anymore. There is also this. It's just a trash can. Interesting that they put that there. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Sophie.
Oh, hi, Sophie.
Gustav really did come, huh?
That's right, Gustav is just right there.
Yeah, he did. I knew he would.
Has everybody left yet?
Everybody already left? Yeah. Everybody's heading to the harbour.
Everybody is going to the harbor for the gommage.
Looks like we still have a lot of flowers left. Well, there are less and less people to buy them.
There are less and less people to buy them. I wonder why.
Tiffany.
And it's bad. It's bad that she's wearing one.
Finish cleaning up here and join everyone at the harbour. See you. See you.
Alright, bye-bye.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've lived 30
She's being very tough about it. She said, I've lived 33 good years.
Fine. Mostly. I'm not fine. You will be.
The dialogue is really good between them. And the way that the intro, like, drip feeds the information to you, I do really like and appreciate. Because we're kind of thrust. Uh-oh. I don't think that's supposed to be there. That's okay. Here's a little section that I was talking about earlier, where it kind of tries to pass itself off as a platformer. But only like sometimes, like not a lot at all. Do they try to do that? But when it tries to get more complex, I don't think it works too incredibly well. Marie. Yep, you also have flowers.
I thought you were younger.
Right. So she thought we wouldn't be gommaging today if we were younger,
And yet you
implying that their age has something to do with the gommage, which is something bad.
I'm not having this conversation with you again. Not today.
And it is very important for the people of Lumiere, which is the city, to be having children, for the reasons of the gommage and the expedition and so on and so forth.
Lumiere. How can you be so selfish? I'm not selfish enough to bring others into our doomed world. I know we are not.
That's definitely a stance.
And destroyed my relationship. The person I loved the most.
That being Gustav.
Excuse me? I'd like to spend this moment with him.
Awesome.
You should cherish this moment with your daughter. Sorry. See you at the harbour. Good luck, Mary.
Good luck, Marie. But yeah, that is definitely something that comes up in the story as well. So it's cool that they touched on that, and it's very good for world building, I'd say. It's very detailed. There's this guy, Cyril, the scintillating Sophie.
Cyril,
Beautiful and perceptive, per usual. See, I'm preparing the headline.
He needs some help with his newspaper,
One who celebrates a special day today.
so we need to come up with a headline.
Actually,
You don't know?
oh well.
You really are lazy.
Help me again, Sophie, please. Boss will kill me.
Sure. Let me think of a headline.
Yes, let us think. Let's do what we did in the last, in my playthrough. I did "The pale sun ascends above the crimson blossoms."
sun ascends above the crimson blossoms.
Perfect.
Headline about the contrast of beauty and death.
Beauty and death.
Don't think.
Alright, we did it.
Thank you.
It's always take care.
Maybe I shouldn't be skipping through these dialogue sections. I feel like either I should let them talk or I should narrate while they're talking. But with the way that I edit videos, I usually put some amount of audio from the game in the videos, so I think I'll just let them speak instead of talking over them. What is this? People who are about to gommage leave their furniture so that others may use them. Examine, wait. Sophie and Gustav examine the stuff left behind. We can use that. What are you talking about? Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. The color of Lumina, that's also kind of like another currency. It's one of the ways that you can kind of level up. Again, in a way. Hello. Hey, you.
You seem like a woman with exquisite taste.
I think you'd be
I
right.
just finished my sculpture of the legendary Esquier.
Oh my god. That's insane. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, with hindsight, this is very funny and cool. That we're treated to this so early on.
This may be my life's finest work, yet not a single soul seems to care.
Right, I'm sure there's many individuals who don't believe in SKA.
Make it better.
How can I make it better? I mean, SKA, I mean, he does have color, and I wouldn't want to replace it with something more menacing, so put some color on him, even though it's a sculpture.
Painted.
Wait, painting, that's probably not a great choice of words. Okay, it's brilliant anyway.
Knew you were the right person to ask. Thank you for your insight.
You're very welcome.
Most welcome. I shall
You're
see you
most
all
welcome.
tomorrow. I see you're wearing flowers.
I am wearing flowers.
What's your name?
Sophie.
Sophie.
Sophie. As a thank you, I shall chisel your name onto the sheet.
Oh,
Oh, you don't have to.
it's very nice of her. Alright, got some more. Let me just get one last quick look at this statue and we'll be on our way. For those who have played the game through and through, it's pretty funny. Also, we got these little kids wearing, and I forget the exact name of them, gestrels.
Hey, madame.
They look like troll dolls. Yes, they of course do.
That's what I think.
The gestrels are,
They're real.
they're kind of like traders. You can trade with them, but they also are just kind of goofy. So that's a little
I want one,
little more world building.
even if it means joining an expedition.
Yeah, I don't know why one of your hairs is up and the other one's down. I think then the one on the left is having a little bit of trouble.
A gestural army, and we'll crush the paintress.
That's awesome, bro.
Me and my little brother will live with the Gestrels, and they'll be our new family. We're tired of the orphanage. If
The
let us
orphanage.
through, they really like to fight. That's why I'm...
Okay. He's talking a lot. But, yeah. From our situation in Lumiere, there are many, many, many orphans. Oh, hello, sir.
What a lovely smell.
What a lovely smell. Well, thanks. It's probably the flower that Gustav gave to Sophie. But he's also wearing flowers, which indicates that he is also gommaging.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard.
I could recognize it from miles away.
Thanks.
It's good you're here, Sophie. I have a favor to ask you.
A favor.
Anything for my beloved sewing teacher?
Sewing teacher, that's what he does here.
We are in the same cohort. Today is my gommage,
That's right.
and my son and I had a fight. He said he wants to join the expedition. He wants to waste the last year of his life.
So it's also, joining the expedition is also a big thing that the people of Lumiere are faced with.
I didn't want that for him.
And it's also dangerous to do these expeditions as, evidenced by what Richard is saying.
It was a bad choice. Today I know what I'll do.
Also, he said his son, who has one more year left. Does that mean his son is 1 year younger than him? Therefore, he was kind of adopted. Or did I read that wrong?
Mistake. I try to impose my views on him when he is much braver than I will ever be. So I sewed a special uniform for him. As my last gift.
That's nice.
You bring it in.
I will.
I'll bring it to Jules.
You will join the
A uniform for Richard's son.
Expedition Festival tonight, for sure. Oh, but you,
Don't worry. I'll ask Gustav.
Gustav, are you back together?
I mean, for the day.
This moment?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm glad. He's a good person.
Yes,
I agree.
he is.
Thanks to both of you. I see you.
See you.
Alrighty, take care, Richard. Enjoy the gommage. I feel like playing this game is, I have to check everything, every, nook and cranny. Just 'cause that's kind of how this game works. There's also no, quest markers or anything like that. It's a little bit like Elden Ring in that sense, or like the FromSoft games, where there's no logbook and you kind of have to do quests based on memory or looking them up. Anyway, we've got Eloise here.
Something
Something
wrong?
wrong.
The expeditions. What a joke.
She's very cynical towards the expeditioners. I'll have you know my boyfriend is an expeditioner.
They're just escaping. You know their goal is to save us all, right?
That is the goal, is to stop the need for gommaging.
Told me last year, before he left for Expedition 34.
Right, last year was Expedition 34, this year is 33. That's
We
right.
could have spent one more year together instead of wasting it away.
Again, I love the way that they drip feed you the information, the necessary information, all the way up to, a certain point.
Your father fought to offer you a better future. I have no future. I know it and I've accepted it. We're doomed.
I mean, that is definitely one way to look at it.
No, this expedition might be different.
I mean, there's been, this is a little bit of a leap in, the lore, but there have been 67 expeditions so far, and they're expecting this one to be different.
Special people in this one.
So, it's kind of hard, for people to still have hope in the expedition, considering it's been going on for 67 years, starting at 100.
Gustav, show her some of your fighting skills.
Oh, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. Who are we fighting? Oh, training dummy. Nice. Okay. So, we're gonna do the old bread and butter Lumiere Assault. There's also QTEs in this, which, I don't know if that's, particularly people's thing. I will say it is very simple, the QTEs when you're attacking, because it's just one button, and that's kind of it. Alright, let's do another Lumiere Assault, and come on, don't lose face in front of Sophie. So let's do one attack, use overcharge at maximum output to impress the girl. I know how it works, it's just building charge.
Well, those who come after.
Okay, I thought I almost didn't perfect that. We did it. We done did it.
This guy is strong.
That's right. Also, if you haven't noticed, Gustav's left arm is like robotic.
Very hard to see. So did your father.
So there's a lot of like fantasy elements in this, where like humans augment themselves to become more powerful. There's one character named Luna, which we haven't met yet, who's kind of like a wizardress or a sorceress, mage.
Content with my life. I know what I can and cannot change.
Yeah, it would also be pretty difficult for her to go on the expedition.
Because I was afraid. Do you think I should join the expedition?
I mean, well, you just said it was like a waste of time, but I mean, yeah,
My friend
why not?
always says,
Oh my god, she referenced CL. No way.
your life as you
No way.
I don't want to have regrets.
That is a playable character, believe it or not.
When comes, you will make the right decision. I'm sure.
And she is going on the expedition, CL.
Thank you. Now I think I know. Give this
Awesome.
to my friend. My father gave it to me, but it might be more useful for him.
What is that? A color of Lumina. You're damn right that's gonna be useful. L'expedition. They're trying to recruit for future expeditions. That guy on the left looks very similar to Gustav. The number of people volunteering is going down every year. It's very hard to have hope now. This guy's name is Raphael, and he's got a 33 armband, which implies that he is part of the expedition that we are about to go on as Gustav. Why does Manon keep saying death comes to us all? I've heard that before. No.
Unofficial expedition. You never heard Lucien say that. It's one of his favorites.
I think he prefers them. They're already dead. You're just catching up.
Yeah, I heard that one recently.
I don't know. Kinda nice in a way. Having a deadline forces you to prioritize.
It's a bit freeing as we
Get closer to the end.
That is definitely a good way to look at it.
really find the silver lining in everything, can't you?
And I'm sure you can see it now. His metal robotic hand. Super cool.
No, it's just things don't always work out the way we want. No use getting upset, you know. Use what we can, leave what we can't.
Yeah. Alright. Let's keep going. See who else we can talk to. We got people here, people there. No, like, singular person, I don't think. Or person of interest. Oh, what is this? Life enjoyer.
Not everyone attends the living wake.
Ew.
Some prefer more.
Right, they are fucking in there. I didn't see that on my first playthrough. That's funny. Anyway, this is the flower market. People are buying flowers for their loved ones before they gommage. It is very pretty around here.
Did you want to pick out a different flower?
This is the lady we got the flower for Sophie from.
No, the one you suggested earlier was
Oh, I'm glad. These garlands are our last farewell. I want them all to feel special. I have a garland saved for you too. It's not a farewell garland. It will be a welcome home garland.
That's very nice of you. Ophalie.
Good luck, my friend.
thanks.
Thank you much. Let's continue on. See if there's anybody else. Was there something? No. No, there wasn't. I do wonder what this, like, blue stuff is. I don't think I've ever
Oh, Luna's playing.
understood what that was.
You two would make a cute
Wait, Luna? Where?
If you say so.
There she is.
something already happened.
Oh my god. Luna. I'm sorry, are you implying that we've already done something together? That's kind of crazy. I don't think I ever caught that before. Or maybe I caught that, but just don't remember. But yeah, Luna is one of the playable characters. She's like a mage. She works with like elements and status effects. Let's go grab this chroma. But yeah, if I was ever told in the game what this like blue gooey rock stuff is, I don't remember. So let's talk to you, Maxime.
Maxie, you're drunk.
He's definitely drunk.
None of you come back. You go and you take our resources and you waste it. What a fucked up hero adrenaline.
That's definitely one of the ways to look at it. I get every point of view. I understand. But he's also mentioning how she kills us.
Where's your daughter?
Talking about the paintress.
Mourning her mother on the anniversary of her death. Of all their deaths.
And there you have it. That's another piece of information that's pretty important. Basically,
Then maybe.
every year, people die. Oh goodness, that's a lot of talking. Sorry, bud. But basically the idea is all the way out there is a 34, and every year that number that is painted on that monolith or pillar, it goes down to the number underneath it. And that is basically the year that people in Lumiere can live to. So the maximum age is represented on that monolith. So that implies that Sophie is already 33, and we are just, I believe, 1 year younger than her. So she will be gommaging today, based on that number from the paintress. Nicholas. He's talking about Luna. So am I. I have Luna on my squad at all times.
Nobody buys paintings anymore. Just because she was called the paintress doesn't mean painting is evil.
That's fair. That's kind of like Corona, like the coronavirus, and then like Corona beer.
Your canvas.
It's the only other analogy I can draw.
I need inspiration.
We broke up.
That's
Anyway, this guy's gonna have us fight. So let's do it.
Okay, I guess.
So that he can gain inspiration. Whoa. Okay, I'm dodging. Well, that is very generous of them. Also, I wonder, like, what animations they're drawing from.
one last time.
because, I mean, Sophie, besides this one fight, does not have another combat-like situation. So it's cool if they just gave her her own, like, set of animations. That's very funny. I do like that joke. He completed it in an instant. It is a very good painting. It's crazy detailed. Sure. But yeah, the game was being very generous to the window of being able to dodge.
I feel it wasn't that impressive, but okay.
Love will always be impressive. Okay, he gave us a recoat. That is way more valuable than a color of Lumina. A perfectly normal trash can. Wait, really? It's glowing. Wait. Nothing special to see here, just a trash can. Once again, a perfectly normal. He's a trash can man. I turned 33 today. Can you believe my luck? If I hide inside here, the painters won't think of gommaging me. Wow. Wow, he gave us a weapon upgrade catalyst. That's crazy. I never noticed him before. I did notice that the trash can was blue last time, but because it said a perfectly normal trash can, I didn't think of it twice. But now I have. That's crazy. There just is plenty of things that that prove that you can do a replay and get a different experience.
She looks sad.
She thinks the paintress is sad. That is definitely a theory, Sophie.
Only you could choose empathy at a moment like this.
It's one of the few choices I can make.
Let's keep going around. Let's see. Oh, there's Mael.
Oh,
Hello.
hi, Sophie.
Hello.
Oh, Mael. I didn't expect to see you here.
I'm volunteering to help guide children who are losing their parents to the orphanage.
That's very nice of you. The girl in the pink seems to be doing just fine on her own. I'm gonna be honest.
Guess I can relate.
Guy on the left, not so much.
During the expedition, Gustav told me a lot of wonderful.
So yeah, Mael lost her own parents at a very young age. So that's why she's helping out the children who will be orphans very soon. And that is why, Lumiere has this push towards having lots of children so that they can grow up to, be part of the expedition and, just to keep the population alive and big enough.
These orphans. That's where we disagreed. But I have hope that you and Gustav will change things. So
Right, so they broke up because she didn't want kids to be orphaned, and seems like Gustav did want kids for the future of Lumiere.
Yeah. Let's hope we will.
see you.
In the next life.
In the next life. See you later. Let's keep going around. We've got a thing happening here. Hello, Henry. Using pictos on your own body. Wait, is that CL? Wait, no, I don't think it is. They're wearing the flower necklaces. It's just from far away. Her bangs look similar. But anyway, he's kind of introducing the idea that we have these like powers and abilities because we use pictos, etching chroma into your skin.
Just for a dance, I'll stick to painting pictos on my machines.
those are in the mechanics of the game. They're also kind of like upgrades that you can equip.
Expeditions rely on them quite heavily.
That is true. And you can level them up as long as you are equipping them, I think is how it works. And we got one of these freaking things. I will say, I've had enough run-ins with this specific thing, the mime, that I can do this, no problem. Just watch. Hello. The mime reacts, it attacks. I will show you guys that I am good at this game. Watch me parry every single attack. So every time we get into a fight with a mime, it protects itself, and we have to break its stance, basically. So let's start off with an assault. There we go. Alright, hand-to-hand combat. Bam, bam. Oh, okay. Ignore that. That was the warm-up. Happens every time. We're just gonna try to break its stance before, oh, strange combo. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, I got most of that. Alright, that wasn't bad. Silence is a status effect that prevents the character from using skills. Well, that is fine, because I am just trying to break your stance anyway. Alright, try again. Bam, bam. Okay, I got 2 out of 3 that time. I definitely want to... Wait, wrong thing. I want to do another assault so that we can break you. Oh my god, that didn't work. Okay, this is fine. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, that was perfect. That was perfect. And when you fully parry, like a volley of attacks, you get to do a counter. Oh my god, why won't you break? I might actually die, because I don't want to use my charge here. Okay, that doesn't help. Okay, fine, I'll use overcharge. Thought we'd be fine. But yeah, it doesn't kill him, because we had to get through his, like, stun meter thing. So, let's do a Lumiere assault, and that's it. Cool. That was a bad showing.
Someone brought this. There's
Something on its body. A music record. I'll take it. Anyway, I think that's pretty much like the last combat thing we gotta do. People have gathered for the gommage. The paintress will soon wake. That's right. Let us carry on. Let's see who else we can talk to. There's gotta be someone around here, right? We talked to Mael over there. There's gotta be someone on this left side. There's no way there's not. Well, there's Chroma, and these are from last year. Really? They're doing so well. The flowers. Nobody to talk to here. So I guess that what? Wait. I saw somebody. Benoit. Oh, they're both gonna die. Oh, that was very short. Very short interaction. This guy's by himself. He's not gommaging though. He's just chilling. I feel like where was that? Where was the guy's son? I hope I didn't pass him already. What is this? Normal trash can? I guess so. Excuse me. Excuse me. Can I not? Okay, I can't get through you guys. I want to make sure I didn't pass the kid of the guy that we said we'd promise. Oh, hello. Another family that will be torn apart by the gommage. And more children for the already crowned orphanage. Something like that. Could have sworn that guy was like around here, but it's just this guy. Okay, maybe it's further forward. It probably is. Because I feel like I've done a pretty decent job at scoping around. Say one last hello to Luna as we run all the way back down. Okay. Wait, you look like someone we can talk to. Were you always there? I can't believe I didn't notice. Just send a bigger force. That could be a good idea. Couldn't really tell you.
Uncle Victor. Suits you.
Unk.
But my elf, quite the ballsy one, eh? No looking back for her. Bet she can't wait to get out of here.
I mean, you'd be right.
Much hesitation on her part.
Not at all.
Nah, hesitation was never her style.
I wonder why she's doing it now. Well, it's probably because Gustav is going, honestly. That's probably it. Hello. Oh, he's the only one wearing the flowers. Fuck the paintress. Oh. That's cool. It's very dope. Let's try to make sure we don't skip anybody. Yeah, I think we may have missed the guy because he said he'd be at the festival, but not the gommage. Do you want to head to the harbor? Yeah, let's do it. I think it's okay. We only get like a new costume from the kid if we deliver that. Anyway, Sophie and Gustav move towards the harbor.
I see your apprentices.
My apprentices. Yeah, these are the kids that we write for.
We sewed up the sleeve so you don't have to keep rolling it up.
You guys know how to sew.
Sophie helped us. Turns out it's not that hard. Really should have done this ages ago.
You did this.
I got my uniform. And she did that while she was, while we were broken up.
So, thanks guys. This is great. Thank you.
See you at the festival?
You're damn right.
Yeah, of course not. What? I know that place.
You mean a lot? I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are basically, every time you go to camp, you can choose to write in your journal, which is, you know, for them. Because it always says he hopes that his apprentices get to see his journal.
I wanted to see you wearing it.
And the score, God, the score is so good. And let's get a look at it. Let's get a good look. There it is, 33, baby. It's so sick. I think it might be time. I love how video games just look like this now. It took a very long time, but I I think now we've got the tools to make something look really, really, really good. Fade to black. There it is. God, really gotta appreciate the people gommaging that are like all the way up there. Music's so good, man. I mean, at a certain point, I feel like things would be over if that number got to, I don't know, 12. If that number got to 12, it's pretty much all over. And the society kinda would not be able to exist. I think they were speaking to each other, but I couldn't tell. Oh, there she goes. She's getting up. God, this looks like concept art. And this is the moment. There it is, 33. You know what that means. I do like the way they cut to the shot of his armband. And the big reveal. And we cut the slow-mo. That's crazy, man. I think this intro, and honestly this game, again, I haven't finished it yet, but I think this game it's got such high production value, and it does such a good job at just being quality, man. Despite only 33 people working on it. This game is a huge win for the gaming industry. Very net positive. And there she goes. This song is so good. It's very sad. But it sets up the story quite well. And it sets, Gustav's, point of view and his motives quite well, I think. Very hard-hitting. But yeah, I love the way that, the past hour has just built up to that one moment. And now we have to move forward. And that just sets everything up, I think it's so good. Anywho, here we are at the final night before we go over to the paintress. And here is the entire expedition team. Let's see, you guys. Yeah, I remember you guys. Lucien. Trying to cheer him up, obviously. Lucien and Catherine. Gustav is definitely way stronger than me. 'Cause I don't even know if I'd be able to have the character to just power through that. Have the will, rather. Yeah, Mael, I still don't know everything about, her character arc, based on where I'm at in the story. But she plays a very important role. Yeah, I totally forget. I totally forgot that his very own sister is like the mayor of Lumiere or something like that. Well, yeah, it's been a while since they touched on that. Okay, we have a festival token. Let us talk to you. Hello, Tom. New Pictos, huh? Alright, sounds good. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's do it. Call it morbid curiosity. Here, your token. A quick inspection is enough to say that this Pictos is unusable as it is. Or as is, I think. Anyway, there's CL. Yeah, she's one of the playable characters as well. She has like a kit that revolves around like light and darkness. It's kind of cool, but I don't use her enough to fully know like the entirety of her kit. But it's very cool the way it works. And everybody's like every character has their own kit, basically. So they put a lot of detail into each character that you can play as.
Who was always unapologetically Sophie, my fierce and loving friend.
To Soph. I'm sure.
Tomorrow comes. Don't hear yet.
Sure, I get it.
Go have some drink.
Okay, let's continue on. I forget who can give you coins, because ideally we would like to use tokens for all of the things. Antoine, a rematch. Oh, this is some more lore dumping. Alright, let's talk. Fire away. How many years ago was the fracture? When did the world break apart and our luminous city get thrown into the middle of the ocean? When was the fracture? That would be 67 years ago. Thank you, bro. But let's keep going. Which was the first expedition to depart for the continent? Now, it should be Expedition 100, but it's actually Expedition 0. Still annoys me. They left in year 100, so they should have been called that, but they were not. What is Illumina? abilities you internalize by using a Pictos in battle for enough times, after enough times. That's kind of like a tutorial question, which is pretty funny. Well done, well done. Anyway, he's gonna give me a token. We're gonna use it on the next person. Amandine.
Oh, hey, handsome.
What's up?
Timing. I'm styling everyone before we ship out. Gotta look sharp when we hit the Patreon.
I agree.
Important? Can you style me up too?
On it.
Just bring me a token. Well, I got one. Amandine tries to experiment with Gustav's hair. It's looking good. However, I do not like this, so I'm switching it. Oh, I already know how this works. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Let's switch that hair back. I think this is way more like classic. I cannot give him a man bun. I think that would feel illegal. Anyway, here is Luna. Fun thing, or rather a funny thing about Luna, is that she's always barefoot. It's interesting. Why? But she's very smart, and her character is that she's very logistical, instead of emotional, yeah. So her entire like dialogue or points is just like learning information, and that's the most important thing. So that's kind of like her archetype. And in this conversation, they're explaining why or how smart she is. Anyway, let us continue. These are my apprentices, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to... I don't think I need to talk to all of y'all. Wait a minute. I think one of you guys might actually be the guy's son. I think it was you, actually. It is. You're Jules. Gustav gives Jules a uniform that his father made for him.
You made that overnight.
Yeah, he did.
Now I feel stupid fighting with him.
You're very young to have these
You take it.
perspectives.
I'm not sure I'll ever use it. Maybe I'll go blind like my father, or I want to.
So he's basically giving me the uniform, but I've never worn it. Anyway, let us talk to Mael, our sis.
More ready to go than you are.
And she's kind of like a very straightforward, ready to fight, kind of serious archetype, I think is the best way to describe it. I don't know, she's very much a prodigy as well. So, independent, I think, would be the best way to describe it, in a way. She's got 9 good years before her gommage, which, in order to calculate that, you gotta count up from their age and also count down from the paintress's number, which is a fun little brain exercise. But she's got 9 years, basically.
If anyone should stay, it's you. You have friends and people who want you.
I love the lighting situation, because that hair light on his left side, or on his right side, is so strong, but there is no light motivating that.
The way it is for you.
I love how that works in games.
This way, I can keep an eye on you for Emma.
For Emma, who's Emma?
She needs eyes everywhere.
Oh, Emma is probably his sister.
Have a sister who cares.
Doubly lucky. Since now I have two.
All right, enough chit chat.
Alright, here we go. Let's do a duel.
You're pretty much the oldest man in Louisiana, no? This time, I'm
let's have a rematch. This time, I'm not gonna get hit at all, not once. I am so locked in, you have no idea. I know that attack. Okay, I just barely dodged that.
To a superior fighter.
Let's do an attack. Just a regular one. Bam. Oh, I messed that one up. Okay, I got hit once. Let's do one more attack, and then we'll do an overcharge next. I'm actually gonna parry this. That's right. That's right. Alright, let's do the overcharge. Bam, bam. Oh, we almost had it. I'm gonna parry that. Parried. Oh, I almost had it. I could have done the. I could have gotten a counterattack off, but alas. Alright, I'm gonna parry this. Ready? And ignore that. Now let's just do an overcharge. 7 out of 10. That's still a lot of damage. There she goes. Bit overkill, but you know.
Congratulations, you beat a teenager. Take this token as
Hey, we got a token. So if I wanted to end the festival, I would talk to my apprentices, but I believe that would also take us to the next, would basically take us through the rest of the game, or rest of the intro. So I'm actually going to end it here, because there would just be a lot of cutscene, of which I wouldn't really be able to talk over, you know, and I've pretty much said everything I wanted to say about this game. So, yeah, I mean, this, as far as I know, is the only video I'm going to make on Expedition 33. I just wanted to make one, because I do think this is a very, very good potential, very good candidate, rather, for 2025's Game of the Year, which we have, like, another 5-6 months until we actually get to that point, but unless there is another kind of like silent drop, stealth drop of anything, I think this might have it in the bag. And this is a game, again, made by a company. This is their first game, basically, and it's comprised mostly of like senior devs and just, you know, veterans of the industry, which is so cool. And they just, you can tell they've just put a lot of care and love into this. And again, I'm not saying this is the perfect game. I do think it is the best candidate at the moment for 2025's Game of the Year. But this game will definitely serve as another one of those success stories, and just kind of like a wholehearted, or what was I trying to say? Just a wholesome, just good example for the gaming community. Because there's nothing like predatory about this. This isn't like money-hungry individuals, or none of that. There's no bad practices in terms of, like, you know, selling this game, because I'm pretty sure this game costs not $70. Right, I just looked it up. It costs $50, which is a amazing practice, I believe. It's really hard to sell a game off at $70. It kind of has to be the best thing ever in order to, you know, sell that to people. But this is $50, quite reasonably priced, I would say. And I believe they made like 2,000 copies sold I think that's outside of people playing this on Game Pass, which is insane. So yeah, basically, this is one of those games that we get every, half year. That's kind of just like a really good thing for gaming. Sorry, I smacked my microphone stand. So yeah, wanted to make this video for that reason. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to see more of this game, I would totally love to do a couple like streams of the game from this point, of course. And yeah, that's pretty much all I would do, considering I am almost to Act 3. Yeah, I'm almost to Act 3 in my own playthrough, and this game's like 30 hours long, so I think I'm like 2/3 of the way there. I think. Who knows, Act 3 could be significantly shorter. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you found it relaxing. Hopefully, at some point, you fell asleep during this video. And if you did, that would be awesome. But if not, then I appreciate you listening to me yap and ramble, and so on. With that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night.